This is Tiger Turbulence, uncensored, unleashed, and turning the torch up on SFA identities. It's been a tough year in the real world, and it's had a huge impact on the SFA, with a number of players leaving the comp or taking a break until they get into a better headspace. My guest tonight was one of those that left the SFA and has now returned, be it in another persona. Now, I always have a bit of a chat with my guest before turning up the heat, and after talking to this guy about how he's been going, we've decided the story or journey to this point should be shared with the SFA community. So tonight, instead of making up drama and me throwing accusations at people and turning up the heat, we're going to keep it real. So welcome the former Bear, Annie Blind Eye, now Genghis Khan at the Gumbies. How are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm going all right. You didn't get either of my names right, but we'll move on and we'll learn from it.
Oh, what the fuck they call you?
Genghis Tron now, mate. Genghis Tron.
Is it? That's how stupid a name that is. I never liked it from
get fucked, Turbo.
I never liked it from the moment you did it.
Yeah. Tiger Turbulence, that's a good one.
Hey, at least I've stuck to it. Now, what have you got? Well, Auntie Blind Eye. What was wrong with that one?
I use Auntie Blind Eye in various other forms and mediums around the world, and someone recognised it from somewhere else. So I thought, if I'm going to come back, I'll change the name, and no one will recognise me from outside of the SFA or outside of Big Footy.
And what about Tiger God?
That one, I was feeling a bit cocky about my Tigers, about our chances. I thought, oh, you know, we're godly, so I'll go Tiger God.
What year did you do that?
That was this year when I came back with the new account. Yeah.
And is Tiger God, the actual Tiger God without the gap in the middle, do you reckon he gets pissed off getting PM'd when it's supposed to go to you?
I'd say so, yeah. He'd get a few. I'm a popular bloke.
Yeah, well, I've actually PM'd him a few times. So,
I'm not surprised. You never get any of my names right.
No, that's right. I never do.
Jesus Christ.
So, all right. Well, after all that then, what name do you want to be called by?
GT. Just go Genghis Tron. GT, Genghis, Tronny, any of those.
Tranny?
Yeah, Tranny. I like Tranny. That's pretty good. Or Tronny.
Tronny? Righto.
Tronny, yeah.
Yeah, I could probably work with any of those.
Yeah.
GT I like as well, because that's, I can actually pronounce that.
All right, GT. We'll go GT.
Righto. Now, when you were that 350 kilo lovable bear called Auntie Blind Eye, I used to love having fun with you, and actually the whole Bears team. It was a great group and a great vibe, and all I remember is it was like one moment you were there, and the next thing you were gone. So and I might not be historically correct there, but that just was the way it sort of went to me. So can you take us back to before or when you were having fun at the Bears and give us some insight into, you know, what sort of happened and you know, what led to you not being at the Bears?
Well, I love the Bears. I love the Bears, and I love my time there. It wasn't really anything internally at the Bears. It was all real world stuff that was sort of affecting my enjoyment of the SFA. So I think I was just a bit sensitive to. It just felt a bit bitchy. There's a lot of bitchiness going around the league for like a month there, and I was just getting it wasn't enjoyable for me at the time. So I just thought, I'm wasting a lot of time, you know, scrolling through and not really enjoying it. I'll just step away and I'll go back to my creative pursuits in the real world and try and fulfill myself that way for a little bit. So yeah, I just took a bit of a break, did the old Irish goodbye, which if I had my time again, I'd probably reach out to some people and say, oh, look, I'm going to have a break. But that's the way I operate sometimes. I just bounce out, but I'm back now, I guess.
So did anyone at the Bears at the time realise that you were struggling outside?
I think so. We were a pretty close-knit bunch, and we used to talk about struggles and that sort of thing. But no, I don't know that they knew I was just going to up and leave all of a sudden.
Yeah, because that's the sort of funny thing with the clubs. We banter with each other and we have our thread PMs and that, but, you know, often you sometimes do miss it. I mean, it's like when Testicle disappeared from the Bears. You know, I know that quite a few of the Bears had no idea where he was and what was going on, and they were quite concerned because of the fact that he disappeared. and but it's since come out about his granddaughter or his grandkids and all that. So, and he's obviously sort of returning now. So, did you have anyone in your club at the time that you had a private PM with or confided in at all?
Yeah, MWPP works. She's a good source of support. Just a nice person in general. It's a nice little sort of circuit breaker from the rough and tumble of the league every now and again. Testy was always really good support. He was a brilliant captain. It's really good to hear that things are turning out all right for him as well now. But I mean, the Bears PM in general, just the leadership group PM was a really supportive one. It was quite a good place to just go and get some reassurance if you were having a shitty day or whatever.
So do you think, looking back, that like you're saying that you found the place to be a bit bitchy, and you know when you're going through things you weren't doing, do you think that was because it was ultra bitchy at that time, or is it more of a fact that the way you were in it and the glasses you had on at the time, it was just amplified?
Oh, it's definitely the glasses I had on it at the time. You know, it's not my place to say whether or not someone was being bitchy. They're probably just playing a character, having a bit of funny buggers, and yeah, it was definitely just the way I was perceiving things at the time. Yeah.
So when you made the decision to break ties for a while, or just step away from it, did you sort of just pop in and have a look from the outside at what was going on, or did you actually go cold turkey and just stay away for a long time?
I followed along with the Rising Star thread because I'd been in charge of that before leaving. I wanted to see how that was going to bounce along. I popped in every now and again with a little post in that thread, just sort of poking fun at everyone. So I quite enjoyed following along that, but for the most part, I sort of just stayed away, I guess, yeah.
So what made you decide to come back?
Well, I made the Tiger God account, and I didn't think anyone would know who I was. You know, I don't know much about. Yeah, Big Footy's sort of the first internet thing that I've really got into. I didn't really do Facebook or any of that sort of stuff, so I'm a bit ignorant to the detective work that some people are capable of. And I kept getting PMs from people, lovely people, asking how I was and that sort of thing. Nothing wrong with what they were messaging me, but it got to a point where I thought I may as well just come back. I was in a bit of a better place mentally, I suppose. So I thought, you know what, I do miss it, miss the people, the good little community, so I'll come back.
And since you've come back with the new name and the new club, why didn't you go back to the Bears?
That's a long sort of it's hard to put into words.
I just Werp's your captain and you hate her. Werp's your captain and you hate her.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. No,
I'm doing it again. I'm putting words in people's mouths that aren't real. Sorry, Werps. I'm making this up. He loves you.
I just sort of felt like I'd burnt the bridge a bit, you know. I didn't feel proud of how I just left without saying anything. So I thought the Gumbies were a bit of a good club to just lay low, anonymous at, that no one would care that I was at. Wouldn't be big news, that sort of thing. I could just sort of slide in back into the rhythm of things.
Now, when you were only Blind Eye, you were prolific poster, like in your rookie year and everything. You were into everything, and then you got into the ruck, and you were playing large. Do you think that'll come back to you? Like, do you think you'll regain that sort of? And I'm not talking about it only Blind. I just mean your own persona to want to really engage. Do you think that'll come back with time, or do you think that's sort of like you've done that and you're just different now?
I think Auntie Blind Eye was probably a bit more of a character than Genghis Tron. Genghis Tron's just a bit more relaxed about it all. I don't know. I quite enjoy playing at halfback flank, just like Jaden Short from the Tigers. I can't see myself wanting to move from there.
Are you going to win a best and fairest?
Well, that's the hope. That's the hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I don't, I'm going to be having words with Baz.
So do you think having a different persona then, like when you're only Blind Eye, you were this big lovable bear, And now, what are you now?
I'm just a bloke.
And do you think
Just a
that does
bloke.
make a difference to how you go into the fantasy league when you're doing your postings?
I think so. I'm not the type of bloke that really ever puts much effort into anything. And Auntie Blind Eye was a little bit more effort than I think I was willing, like
Yeah.
able to give. GT's a lot more relaxed. Yeah.
And do you think you'll change, or is GT who you're going to be now?
No, I'll probably change again. There's a poster who I'll keep nameless. They urged me to go back to Auntie Blind Eye, and I respect this poster, so I'm willing to respect like honor those wishes maybe. And I think because I'll end up at the Bears again at some point. That's that's where I started. That's where I'd like to sort of end up again. If I ever go back to the Bears, I reckon I'll change my name back to Auntie Blind Eye.
So do you reckon if you go back to Auntie Blind Eye, you'll get back all your Ekka and everything else?
Yeah, I don't know. Give that to someone else. I think, I forfeited that.
No, once you get something, you keep it. So have you noticed now that you've gone through the journey you've got, have you been involved in, seeing anyone around the place that you recognise symptoms of, that you can sort of see they're probably, maybe disengaging from the group?
I was worried about Testy for a while, but that's since, obviously he did have his stresses, so that sort of explains itself. But it's really tough to call because I think people that are struggling are normally pretty good at masking as well.
Yeah.
They can cover it up and put on a pretty good face, I think, most of the time. So rather than me name any individual names, I'd probably just say anyone listening, think about the people you know best in the league and just how they normally are, and just ask how people are. I think if you're worried about someone, I wouldn't be concerned about looking like a fool for asking.
So what advice would you give to anyone? And this isn't professional advice. This is just for yourself.
Far from it.
Yeah, it's like me. I'm just a street mug. But if there's someone out there that's listening to this that is struggling a bit themselves, is you've got any advice from your side? Like, you've obviously gone through it and you're back again. Is there any sort of ideas or advice you'd give them?
It's another really tough one because everyone's so different. Everyone's got so many different ways of processing things and what helps and what doesn't help, that sort of thing. I think just taking some time for yourself to assess what you need to do to feel like a normal person again is, and I say normal person again, just to not feel so weighed down by everything, I guess. Exercise is also a pretty good one. And if you've got any pets, spend a lot of time with your pets because they're always there for you.
So when you left, did you leave the Bears thinking that was it? You were never coming back to your stuff. So at that moment, you were, cutting it. You were gone. Is that where you're at, or were you actually just thinking, I just need a break. I'll step away, and I will be coming back?
No, I figured I was probably pretty done, but it wasn't really a decision informed by any sort of rational thinking. I was a little bit scatterbrained at the time, so yeah, it probably wasn't the right decision, but I guess I just had to take that little bit of time just to focus on myself, I guess, for a second.
So now that you're back, do you think it's good? Like, because sometimes people, they go back to something and they just don't enjoy it anymore, or it's just not the same. I mean, from what I've seen of you recently and, you're posting it, you seem to me like you're getting your mojo back, that you're starting to, get a bounce back. Because I know when I first saw you posting when you came back, it was really different. Like, to me, it was like, I was even thinking, is this the same guy? Because, you were just so different. But lately, in the last probably week or so, I've really seen the old you in the sense that I look at it and I go, oh, I'm seeing you now. Like, the fun, that engagement.
I was thinking about this the other day, and I pinpointed what it is. It's the fact that the Gumbies are doing. We got a bit of success coming our way, I think. My biggest, the thing I like the most about the league is the Cootie. Cootie? Do we say Cootie or football?
Cootie.
Cootie, yeah. Is the stats, is the sim. That's the thing I like the most about it, and the fact that I'm going well in it, and the Gumbies are doing pretty good. It definitely makes it far more enjoyable when you're a chance at a flag.
So as far as the Gumbies go, mate, what's this pumping up Rodney Dangerfield's tyres that's going on at the moment? What is with that?
What do you mean?
Ah,
It's self-evident. The bloke is a living legend.
oh, you're going on it too. What is that?
I've got front row seats to it every bloody week. You know, I'd be a moron to try and deny his godlike status that's happening.
Oh, there's something seriously
you
wrong.
Don't recognise it.
I still reckon that you've got wind that he's wanting to go or something. There's got to be something in it.
I don't think he wants to go. He was pretty resigned to just languishing at the Gumbies forever, I'm pretty sure. I think that's only his strength now that he's going all right.
Righto. So you're in a good place then now.
Yeah, I mean, as still got your, everyone's got their demons, but I'm enjoying everything at the moment. I'm doing all right, yeah.
So do you think now that you've gone through what you've gone through, that instead of the SFA being, you're looking at it as a burden or one of those things that you just don't want to put up with, do you see it now as being one of the things that helps support you because it does give you that opportunity to, like go to a different space?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a really good support network, and even just the level of creativity that's on show at any given point is just a nice distraction from anything really. It's just a good place, I reckon. Pretty happy with it at the moment. Yeah,
well, see, that's where, when I see people that drop the SFA because of whatever's going on in their real life and that, to me, I go, wow, I come to the SFA because it is an escape from real life. It's one of the few places that you can just be what you want, say what you want, throw things around, switch it off, switch it on, So I love it for that. So I always think when people are having problems and they drop the SFA, I always think, wow, there's a potential activity that may be a good distraction or whatever. But I haven't obviously gone through the depths of anything to know. I just, get burnout. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just important to not take the SFA so seriously, because if you're in a bad headspace and you take it seriously, it's not a good combination. I don't think, those two.
Yeah, so when you say take it seriously, are you saying like take it personally? So if you get dislikes or people have a go at you, you take it as a personal thing as opposed to just a character thing?
I guess personally, I never took anything personally. I think my favourite type of humour is self-deprecating type of humour. So I'm perfectly happy to have a laugh had about me. But it was more just some of the fighting around that time when I left. I think it might have been playful fighting, but at that time I thought it was just bitchy fighting. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, and I suppose, so I've always kept that line as I don't know, I don't give a shit what anyone says or does. I have fun and I enjoy it. And if someone's being, if there's people I don't like or they're being an arsehole to me, I just shut it off. I don't take it, but I certainly don't take it as personal to me. It's just I mean, for God's sake, I'm 245 kilos. I love muscle. What's anyone going to do to me? So I think I'm lucky I got that persona, because in some ways it's almost like it put a shield around me.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'd say so. You're untouchable, really. I've never seen anyone say anything to you and you've come back in anything other than to get fucked.
Yeah. But I think, I think that persona I've taken on is probably one of the reasons why, because I play that role. So it's a natural behaviour. It's interesting though. But I got to say, I'm really happy to see the way you've been posting recently, because you're doing well. Now, do you remember getting a PM from me? I sent it to Tiger God, recruiting you to the Furies.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I think so. I think you remember. Tiger Turbulence sends you a personal PM.
All right, I remember. Yeah, I was pretty honoured.
You'd never fucking come back to me.
Didn't I?
No, not
Well,
even a no thank you.
I got about 20 of them. I got about 20
Yeah,
of the
but not
presents.
from
Yeah,
me. You only got one from me.
Well, you know that I wouldn't mind playing for the Fairies at some point. My tiger blood draws me there. So
Absolutely.
I'll leave it at that.
Righto. Well, so you reckon the door's still open then?
The door's still open. Yeah, the door's still open.
All right. Now, I'm going to go fact or crap with you. Have you been keeping track of that?
I've been keeping track, yeah.
What's the number to beat?
Serial got 10, didn't he?
He did. So all you want to do is match that, and then we can do a playoff. Right. Now,
I want to go 0.
actually, you'd be the first one to do 0. I thought Basti was. He had 6 in a row, 6 zeros in a row, and then all of a sudden he come good at the end and got 3. And T. Jester got 7. So
okay. That's surprising.
Yeah.
You rigged the field a bit for him, didn't you?
Well, I gave him anime and dinosaur questions.
Yeah, I mean, he should have got 10 out of 10. There's no excuse there.
So 0 though. See, the thing is, for you to get 0, it means you could get 10 if you actually could navigate yourself the right way.
Well, that's the hope. If I get 0, I'll be the first person to do that, and I can claim that I did it on purpose, and I could have got 10 easy.
Righto. Well, let's see how we go. The first question's going to sort this out.
Yeah, well.
A dog with diabetes was the first beneficiary of the discovery of insulin.
That's a fact.
It is a fact.
Yeah. Fuck. God damn it. All right, let's go for 10.
You're shooting for 10 now.
Yeah, oh, Jesus Christ. Bloody hell.
Righto. Bacteria is the most abundant life form on Earth.
That's fact.
It is a fact. There you go. You got 20%. You're going well.
Well on my way.
In England in 1800s, hot drinks were thought to lead the drinker to suicide.
That's crap.
That's a fact.
Oh, shit.
Fuck. Now, the best you can do is match Agent 93. He had 9.
All right.
All right.
What did Grand Uncle Horace get?
3. He was like one of them. He came on. That's why the trophy's named after him. Because he's basically the dumbest man in the competition straight up. This is an easy one for you. You know Lizzie, Queen Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll be able to answer this. Are you a monarchist?
I'm not, but I know of her.
Well, you should know this one then if you don't like the monarchy. Queen Elizabeth II only began paying taxes in 1998.
Ooh, that's crap.
It is crap.
Yeah. Does she pay taxes?
No, she does pay tax now. They never used to, but they do now, Hives is an infectious rash that spreads rapidly between humans by touch.
That's fact.
No, it's crap.
I knew they were a rash, but I didn't know how you got them.
That means Agent 93 is doing bloody high fives with himself at the moment because he's still the second smartest guy in the comp. Now, you don't want to get any more wrong, otherwise you'll be dropping below T. Jester, and no one wants to drop below T. Jester. No. Sally Ride was the first woman in space.
That is fact.
It's crap, mate.
God damn.
Fucking hell. I hope this doesn't cause you to leave the comp again.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
I'm thinking, I'm hoping not. Here we go. Giant's Causeway is a famous road in Yorkshire.
Fact.
Crap.
Jeez.
You're almost doing the opposite to Basti.
Yeah, I'm right. What am I on? I'm on 3 at the moment. Jeez.
You're on 3, and you've only got 3 to go. Here we go.
Ooh.
Sloth's fur grows backwards.
That's true.
It is true.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Excellent.
Oh, thank God. I'm one above bloodied.
And Braj will be happy with that one.
Yeah,
right. A chukka is an ankle-length boot.
That's crap.
Oh, it's a fact, buddy. Fuck. Righto.
Bloody
Chubby
hell.
Checker was born Ernest Evans. Do you know who Chubby Checker was?
He's a jazz musician?
Oh, rocker and that, yeah.
Yeah, that's fact.
It is fact.
Yeah.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fucking hell, you sort of...
Split it, that's all
Well,
right.
I suppose you split it, yeah. You
Yeah.
got a few below you, a few above you, so... Righto. All right.
I'm not the thickest, I'll take that.
No, but when you came on saying you're going to get 0, I'm like,
Well, I
okay.
didn't say I was going to. I said I wanted to, Turbo. Don't be putting words in my mouth again.
Fuck. All right.
Jeez.
Righto. Thanks for coming on the show, buddy, and actually, you know, being a bit straighter than we'd normally do. I appreciate that.
That's all right. Happy to come on again at some point and do a bit more lighthearted one as well.
Absolutely. I'll get you on before the end of the season, I reckon, and I'm going to rip into you because I really do owe you a few things. You didn't answer my PMs, and there's some unfinished business between you and I.
I know there is. I want to get to that.
Righto. Well, I'll be bringing you back then.
All right. I'll see you then.
Righto. But I got one last question before you go, though.
Yeah.
Who would you like to see in the hot seat next?
Well, it would have been Blue All Through or T-Jaster. But
They're already on. Oh,
yeah,
T-Jaster's been on and Pull Through's going to come on. I haven't got him on yet because I had you in line, but he'll be next, yeah?
Yeah. What about Josh Wooden Spoon? What's the chances of getting him on?
I don't know. Can I contact him?
I don't know. That's why you're the man in charge, Turbo.
Righto. Well, you throw it out there. I'll make it happen.
Josh Wooden Spoon. I'm throwing it out there.
Righto then. You heard it, Josh Wooden Spoon. Have you got the kahoonies to sit in the hot seat? We're going to squib it like that little snivelling dragon captain, bloody gecko, eh, Sandy?
What a squib.
Yeah, bloody squib, all right. Until next time, this is Tiger Turbulence, turning up the heat.